Hey there everyone, it's Matt Stalvey with Goosehead Insurance again. You've all seen the memes out there on social media, so let's take a minute to talk about all those numbers on your declaration page and what they actually mean. Let's focus on the ones that are most important with your auto and home insurance. So let's talk about auto first. Liability. You see the numbers, 50, 100, 50. What does that mean? It means that your auto insurance carrier will pay for injuries that you're legally liable for, where someone may have a claim against you. 50, 150 means they will pay up to $50,000 for an injury to an individual, but no more than $100,000 total per accident. They will also pay up to $50,000 in property damage liability. I don't know about you, but with today's medical billing and the costs of cars on the road, that doesn't seem like much coverage to me. If you are in a 3-car rear-ender and you total them all, that's going to exceed your $50,000 in coverage in a heartbeat. And guess who's on the hook for the rest? That's right, you. What if someone were to pass away? Their life is going to be valued at more than $50,000. Again, you're on the hook. Imagine all of the people out there with just 25, 50, 25 coverage. That's the state minimum. But it's definitely not a case of being well protected. My agency writes policies, and we never write them with state minimums if we can avoid it. We want to be responsible advisors to our clients. And writing a policy with those state minimum limits doesn't fulfill that role in our minds. We will write 50, 150 policies, sure, but we're always going to recommend you at least review the pricing of a policy with 100, 300, 100 coverage first, and weigh the pros and cons before you make a decision. After all, that's what being a trusted advisor is all about. Explaining all of your options, making a recommendation, then letting you make the call that's the best fit for you. Now let's talk about your home. It comes down to liability again first. And if you have an agent that offers you a policy with $100,000 in liability coverage without presenting your other options, that's an agent you should run from immediately. The difference in cost between $100,000 in liability coverage and $500,000 is as low as $20 a year. That's $1.67 a month. After talking about the liability risks on auto insurance, I'm sure you can see the risk here over saving literally less than a couple dollars a month. Then there's your deductible. Increasing your deductible is one way to save money. A lot of people do it. But I'd be willing to bet that anyone that has a claim that has a deductible that's on the higher end ends up regretting it. The difference in premium between a $1,000 deductible and a $5,000 deductible is as little as $150 a year. That's $12.50 a month. Sure, you're saving money, but when you have a claim and you have to come out of pocket $5,000 instead of $1,000, what does that mean for you? You'd have to pay premium for 32 months, almost 3 years, and put $1,250 aside every single month before you could pay for the difference in the out-of-pocket expense. It's a lot easier to budget an extra $1,250 a month than it is to find $4,000 lying around. So put my team to the test. We'll give you options and let you make the decision. You're the one that knows what's best for you. 803-403-1559.